Welcome to another video, family. Today we're going to be moving on from what we talked about in the last video. We talked about how certain bloodlines go back to the underworld, or another word for underworld is Hades. Okay, and I'm just going to give the characteristics of who Hades is. Okay, first of all, according to their so-called Greek mythology, Hades is the oldest son of his father, who was the ruler of the underworld or Sheol. And his power, these are his powers. He had a cap of invisibility through his helmet, which made him a shapeshifter. Control over the earth's riches, the wealth, especially precious metals like diamonds. He was a keeper of the souls, and the gate was guarded by Cerberus, a three-headed hound. Okay, now we're taught that a lot of this stuff is mythology, but we have to really understand that there's some truth to a lot of these so-called Greek mythologies and their explanations of how reality is ordered. Okay, now I'm going to address the whole concept of Lebensraum. Okay, and what Lebensraum is the taking of ground. Okay, here's one of the definitions that they give. Lebensraum, the territory that a state or nation believes is needed for its natural development or economic self-sufficiency, a basic principle of Nazi foreign policy, where Eastern Europe had to be conquered to create a vast German empire for more space, to create a greater population, and to create a place for food and raw materials. Okay, settler colonialism. We heard that before. Okay, in many other countries where these bloodlines have invaded and overthrown and oppressed the native populations of non-European countries. Okay, now I believe it gets even deeper than that, because we believe that we live on a 363 degrees globe, okay, around Earth, but I think we live on I know we live on a dome plane. It's not a globe, it's not a planet, it's a plane. And why is it important to know that Earth is a plane and not a 360-degree spherical planet? Of course, 360 is 666. So that's one reason we have to get rid of it. Okay, but another reason is that because on a plane, there can be more lands hidden beyond its known boundaries on a map. Okay, so that's very important. And knowing that there may be more lands, and also knowing that we know now about underworld or Hades or Sheol, what did the Greeks in their so-called mythology, what did they say existed as far as the reality? Well, they said that their top god was Zeus, okay, and he had defeated his father Kronos. Now, we know that Kronos is Saturn, and he represents both time, the three-dimensional time dimension, and he represents the Nephilim, the giants. And according to their mythology, Zeus and his brothers defeated his father and the Titans, or the giants. So here we have a class of Nephilim who are not giants, but they have other talents and abilities. And I think that The names of these three deities, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, actually represent not one person, but a people, a place, and a technology, a location, where Zeus is the, for lack of a better words, represents the technology and the living spaces above the earth, the skies, the so-called international space stations, because nobody's penetrated the dome, so they're under the dome, but they're high above Earth altitude in their international space station cities. I believe there's many of these cities high above us. That's peopled by the so-called Zeus race, technology, high technology, and they're the top sky gods, so to speak. Okay, and below them we have Poseidon, Neptune, which represents the seas and the Earth's surface. Okay, and I know that I think that there are cities beneath the seas on this plane. Okay, that is ruled by a technology and a people. Were classified under Poseidon, Neptune. Okay, the trident. Okay, and then of course, lastly we have Hades, the underworld Sheol, which their mythology says is in 3 sections. Okay, where no spirits can leave Sheol or Hades, but conjurers can conjure spirits up, and these spirits can indwell and control human beings. And this is one of the things I believe that they're doing. Okay, as far as the spirits from Hades, these bloodlines that we speak about, Sumerians, the Scythians, okay, Gaul, the Cimbri. I believe these are spirits who are indwelling these bloodlines, and these are the bloodlines that are ruling the surface of the planet for Hades. Okay, so with that, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about that. Of course, Lebensraum plays a big role because they need to take more and more ground. They need to corrupt more and more of the uncorrupted bloodlines, human bloodlines of Adam through Jacob, Israel, okay, and any other bloodlines that may be uncorrupted. They need to corrupt those bloodlines, take over their lands, and exploit their resources and food. So I think I've given a deeper explanation of what's really going on in this reality of ours that we live on this three-dimensional plane. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.